The next song I have is Dua Lipa's new song, Houdini. I used Ozone 11 on here, brand new. Has a ton of great features in it. A lot of new stuff. We'll get into a little bit of the AI stuff, which I'm not a fan of, but I want to explain some of that to you. Josh Goodwin mixed this. Josh is one of the guys who gives me a lot of freedom. He'll do a ref every now and then. When Josh gives me the mix, without a reference, it depends on the producer who did it, his trust in what the artist is going to listen to, whether there is a reference. Sometimes I just don't get it because he doesn't think I need a reference. You know, he just wants me to do my thing, which is great freedom. Am I concerned that there's a reference a lot of times when this happens? Yeah, with you know, almost all my work. If there's a reference, I really want to hear it because I want to know what they're basically hearing. Doesn't have to be exact, but I kind of want a little parameter of where they are, what they're listening to, the level, the EQ, and then from there I can make the determination. Sometimes I hear references and I'm just completely against the reference. I don't like the way it sounds. It's too bright, it's too dark, it's whatever, and I'll just go from there. But at least I know what the client is hearing. With this, I don't know what the client is hearing. I don't know what Dua is hearing or any of her production teams. So I have the free range to do what I want. It's kind of cool. So here we go, flat.
Okay.
Everything.
Catch me or I go Houdini, I come and I go. Prove you got the right to please me, everybody knows. Catch me or I go Houdini. Time is passing like a solar eclipse. See you watching and you blow me a kiss. It's your moment, baby, don't let it slip. Coming closer, are you reading my lips? They say I come
Flat.
and I go.
Everything.
Maybe you could cause a girl to change. Do you think about it night and day? Maybe you could be the one to make me stay.
Okay, so now we'll get into what I used in Ozone 11 here. Pretty basic. Josh is a great mixer. I don't need to do a lot. So here I used EQ, some bump in the bass. What do we have here? We have half a dB at 123 hertz just to fill out the bottom. If you say that's not a lot of EQ, you have to take into consideration what the limiter did. What did the limiter add to it? And all limiters have color and they basically re-EQ stuff when you apply them, how much you apply them, how much attack and delay you put on. On this product, it's called character. It kind of is a attack and release slide at the same time. I find that when I use this, I really like it down low where the limiter is kind of like moving faster. It keeps the life in it. There's other things you could do on here. They have a new soft clip thing that works a little different than the past ones. They have upward compression now, which is really cool. Stereo independence also opens things up. I tried all of these when I work. I chose to go basically with this setup. The algorithm that I used here is low latency on here, but I'll show you guys some stuff that happened in here. When I was using it in this setting, in some of the sections, it was distorting. In this section here, what I did was change my limiter for the notes to a transient setting, which cleaned it up. And I also changed the character here to a little slower. So that's a way of when you have a limiter setting that works on the broad spectrum, but in certain places doesn't work. I find going in and editing those sections, just the one little word or note or whatever it is it's a little slice. You go in there, you change the setting, the transient or whatever, to where it works. And then you can just go through the whole record. Anytime you hear like a little clipping or a little distortion or something that's not right, an artifact, you can go in and try and change it through the limiter instead of just allowing those to happen. Sometimes it's tedious where it's happening a bunch, but the overall limiter section the limiter that you've chosen has the best color, the best vibe, and the best movement. And that to me is the most important thing, is having that happen when choosing a limiter sound, is that you're getting the playback and the movement that really makes the song stand out. And the adverse of that is that it might not work for the whole song. So going in and trying different settings to make up for that is where it matters. And here again, here's the bass song on low latency, with a 1.23 fast and loud setting, and then this part is transient setting with a little slower, and that made the record playback clean, and the whole process just worked a little better.